All right, on tonight's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our generative AI course, and we're still adding more notes and code to our Gemini model. Let's have a look at what we went over tonight. So, like I said, we added more notes and more code to the model. So let's pick up some light reading and see exactly what we got into. So the next step we will take is to write a function to load the Gemini Pro Vision model. This is how we will do that. Function to load Gemini Pro Vision model. That's the heading we gave it. We're going to do define get Gemini response. That's going to take as input or parameters, input, image, and prompt. And this actually here gets an index of 0. I don't know why it's like that. I'll explain why it gets an index of 0 in a second. And if you notice here we got pass. Pass is something we can use as a placeholder. We want to define our function, but not automatically right away give it its instructions or actually define it. We just want to initialize it and not define it right away. We can use pass, and that'll stop from throwing error and actually initialize our function without actually having to write it at the moment. So that's what we have passed there. So inside our get Gemini function, we are going to pass input, image, and prompts as parameters. Then we will go ahead and call our model, which is the variable that is storing our generative model. Let me get this here. Now inside our generative model is where we are going to call the model version of Gemini we are using by passing it as a parameter. Now basically when we call a function this way, we are loading our model so we can use a message to ourselves to remember. This is the message we will use, but we will leave ourselves. So we call loading Gemini model. After loading our model, we will want to get the response. The response will be the variable that holds our model.generate content function. The model.generate content function will take as a parameter a list. This list takes 3 items: the input, the image with the index, and a prompt. Since the images will be returned as a list, we want to index them with the position of 0 so that the list starts from the beginning. So that's why we have the index of 0 for only the images and not the input and the prompt. Now, once we get this information, we want to return a response. There will be a parameter inside of the return response, which will be text. So that here, as you can see, this is everything right here. So it's no longer passed. We actually defined our function after we initialized it. So we have defined get Gemini response, input image, index is 0, and prompt. Then we have to note here to ourselves, loading Gemini model. Then this is how we do that. Model equals gen AI.generative model. This is the model we're going to be using, Gemini Pro Vision. Then we have our response equals the model.generate content, the input image, and a prompt. And then we want to return our response.text. And then we actually have that over here in our app.py file, as you can see. So everything is correlated over here just without the notes. So that's everything we did for the night. Like I said, we're just going to keep moving forward steady, slowly but surely, adding more code and more notes. And of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. But for now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.